Somebody barking? Yeah, you want, wait, let me untie you. Okay. There you go. There you go, pup. Oh, keep entangled in your rope there. All right. How you doing? How you doing, pup? Okay, so I got some bad news about this stove. All the waterproofing I did up there, and we had rain yesterday, and it came dripping down through here. It comes dripping through here and on the back corner. You know, that's the lowest spot on the roof, obviously, because it's jutting down like that. So I'm just going to remove the whole box on the roof, the chimney, and the tentative plan is to just put it out the window. I'll remove the window and I'll put in better plywood. This is just really thin plywood. I was just doing that for insulation purposes, but well, I got the plywood on the roof. There's probably enough there, but if not, I'll buy more. And I'll get two 90-degree elbows. Well, they can adjust, so it's better to go 45, but well, I don't want to go too high here, so it's, well, if I bring it down to about here and do a 45-degree angle is better for the airflow from the chimney and less creosote buildup. So anyway, I don't like doing that kind of a chimney. I like it straight up the way it is, but it's going to leak and it's just going to cause me grief, and every time it rains I'll just be depressed. So I had to put a big tarp up top, and the thing is it slowed it down, but I got a feeling maybe it's coming in the front or the back areas. I left openings there for air to flow through, or just maybe the tarp, in the joint somewhere it's leaking. So I'm going to rip off the box and take the chimney down and take this box out, and I got another nice large piece of tarp I'll put on there and cover all any joints in the other existing tarps. Yeah, so that's it. I never even got to use this once. But this time of year, if I need to, I can sell the whole thing pretty quick, I think. But I will try I'll probably keep it because I want it for backup heat. The diesel heater works great, but look online, guys have issues with the diesel heater. Sometimes that electronic thing happens, or water gets in the fuel, and so that'll be my only source of heat if I took this wood stove out. Well, I got the little tiny heater, and I guess I could get a propane heater for backup, a serious one. So we'll see. But this is just a royal pain, and I've installed wood stoves before in a house, in a cabin, even on a sailboat. I had a wood stove on a sailboat I lived on for a year. None of those leaked. So this is but hey, maybe it's God's way of saying, this is a dangerous thing to have in a trailer. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, if I do the elbow thing, it's just going to be backup. It's not going to be my main source of heat. So, and just for ambience, have a fire some nights, But anyway, so this is the preamble to the video where I'm ripping stuff down. Okay, disassembling this. You can see the inside here. It's like 10 inches wide, so that was like a fire buffer. And I already took off the chimney. So there's all the chimney sections. And then up here on the roof, so I know it's not leaking in this roof. I got 2 layers of, and on the first layer the metal is exposed here, so it's on top of the first row shingles, and these shingles go over the metal. So I think there must be I've got a couple of spots where water might get in, and it just gets that was the lowest point was right by the wood stove, so I guess the water found its way down there and leaked in. So this is just a bad idea with this kind of roof. If I had a solid sloping roof, I'd be fine. But the plan now is to take that window out and just have a metal. I'll put plywood in there and then have a metal centerpiece where the pipe will come out, and then from there there'll be another elbow. It'll shoot up, and so I'll have 2 elbows, which I'm not crazy about. But this is just going to be backup heat. It's not my main source of heat. I'm using the diesel heater, so.
All of us have watched the incredible metamorphosis of television screens. Only a few decades ago, the best screen was a big, heavy glass, maybe 35-inch CRT. LED screens took over next, and then OLED took over LED. 3D was a failure, 4K a hit. Screens are big with the sharpness of movie theater images. So then, what could possibly come next? I'm Kim Tomato for NetSuite. Download the free CFO's Guide to Artificial... at getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim. By the way, mixed berry is my favorite flavor.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
All right, let's see who's up next. How about Ellen in Albany, Georgia? Hi, Ellen.
Hi, thanks for taking my call, Kim. I love your show. It's very helpful.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
What I'm wanting to know, I'm not the most techie sort. Just for fun, I want to know.
Text GHRT on the Barney Auto Group text line at 601-207-GHRT. Reliability, integrity, and trust are Barney values, and ones you'll find at Barney Auto Group. Barney Value.
More by switching to NordProtect. They're going to alert you fast, cover up to $1 million in identity theft recovery costs, And you can save up to 71% right now at nordprotect.com/Kim. That's nordprotect.com/Kim. All right, so say you look at your phone, you're like, whoa, $1,000 just landed in your Venmo account, but it's from someone who you don't know. A minute later, oops, wrong person. I meant to send that to my cousin. Can you send it back to me? What do you think, Andrew?
No one can't because you're a scammer.
That's right, you're a scammer. They're using stolen cards, bank accounts to send you that money. And so you're nice, you send the money back, but what you're really sending is your own money. And then once the real owner reports the fraud, the bank pulls a deposit and you're out the cash. What a bummer. So if this ever happens to you, you can call the bank, but really the app
Set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK.
Okay, demo is pretty much complete. You want to walk, don't you, Sky? Wait for a bit yet. And I definitely had water up on the roof here. So this box comes off. I just gotta cut all the caulking now. I think I got most of the screws, but anyway, I will okay, there's one of the ribs there, and I should try and put one right here. Put a rib here. I gotta pull that tight somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Anyway, well, I got quite a big chunk of tarp there, so I'm going to make this taut somehow, and I can tie it down to these 2x4 or this 2x4. Get one there. Yeah, once I got the existing tarp tight, I will then put that over the whole section. I almost have enough to do the whole length of it, but not quite. It should come out, but there's a surprise screw too. That's we got water still coming out. Is holding it. There. All right. That's pretty solid. Oh, that's because that's what I put on. I put the 1/2 inch on. But this was, what is that, 1/4 inch there, and then they got 3/8. So these, and then they got metal on top. So that's the extent of your RV roof. These wires I cut, probably tail lights and stuff. They were not any of the 110 stuff. So, all right, well, I got to seal that up now.